Hi, thank you guys for coming to my YouTube channel. Highly favored and highly blessed. So I was going to do this on my laptop, but it was dying, so I have it plugged up. So I want to start this with Shalom. May Jehovah Jireh bless all of you, and I welcome you all in the mighty name of Yeshua. So my channel, I'm going to start with, my channel is dedicated to spiritual and godly matters. So I consider myself to be a very spiritual person, and I do not disassociate that from God. Growing up, I've always been in the church, and there was like a turning point in my life. And I'm going to call this the introduction because I feel like it's important. This is going to be a video of me starting over. But there's no more starting over, so I want to state that. So I'm sorry, just excited. So I have written down some things that God has informed me on, but I want to say that me growing up in the church, I did take a step back, and I found myself again, and I love that. I love that I was able to disconnect myself and find who I truly was, and with all of that, I'm so happy. So yes, thank you, Spirit. I just feel like somebody just. So with that brief introduction, I'm Keandra. I am almost 25, and I'm super excited because they say like your mid-20s is a very important starting point in your life as to who you are and who you're going to be. So I've embraced all of the ups and the downs, and I give glory to God for putting me in those ups, in those downs. And this message that I have here is solely on who you want to be, and where you want to be. So I think there was a point in my life, I know there was a point in my life where I was so focused on certain things and I really had no direction. And I'm excited to say that I've found my purpose, and during that purpose I was able to find more things that I loved and was able to endorse myself in and and go by. So personally, I consider myself to be a psychic empathic medium, which means that I am an empath. I can feel the emotions of other people. I understand on a more deeper spiritual level those emotions of said person, and through a lot of learning and education, and I just got a text message, y'all. I've learned a lot. So on this spiritual journey, I learned to make time for myself, and I learned to do things for myself. And with me doing that, it opened my eyes up to my true life's journey and what God wanted me to do in my life. And y'all, there was a point where I was putting myself before other people. I'm doing that now, but there was a point where I was putting others before myself, and I never wanted to do that. I've always wanted me first, right? And through this journey, sorry, I feel like I'm about to burp. Oh, excuse me, sorry. That was a spiritual belch, because, woo, child. And I've learned a lot of things, because when you take that time to self-reflect on who you are, and what you deserve in this life, 450 as I looked up on the timer, that for me just showed that I needed a lot of things at, that said point in time to work on. And I was able to achieve all of that. And I'm still achieving those goals today. So I want to state first and foremost, life is life. I learned through meditation, and I learned through self-love, and taking my own advice, and listening to my own thoughts, and listening to what my body says. I learned that I no longer have to worry or wait on other people. And that for me personally was amazing. And there's a lot of things that I dabbled into, and a lot of things that I got into that I stopped. And there were times where I wanted people to do the same thing because, I was in that place of transcending and transforming. And I realized that you cannot take everybody with you where you go, but you can leave a footprint, much like a carbon footprint, scientific wise, of new beginnings, love, prosperity for other people to follow. Because when people see you doing good, people want to know how, people want to know why. And, there's never really a secret to it. And Stevie Harvey, T.D. Jakes, and, I'm obviously sure a lot of other people, famous people, or just people with good hearts and good minds, they will tell you the same thing. In order to achieve success, which is a continuous, ongoing thing in your life, you have to maintain you, and you have to recognize the bad. Because to get to a place where you feel like you are successful means that you didn't set a goal and stop at that goal. You set a goal, and you went through those hoops. You went through those bad times. You went through the times where you needed something and didn't have it, and you made a way, and not in a bad way. You made a way by doing what you needed to do to get it, because it was the mindset. And I learned that the mindset was very much always dependent. Now, when I got into the spiritual journey, and I started, every spiritual journey, I feel like it's going to be like angel numbers. So I did my research on angel numbers. And at one point I was so caught up in that. And I was like, wow, okay, I can't do that. Because when you want success, and you know that you're going to be successful, it's about channeling new connections. It's about being around people who have what you don't have, who know what you don't know. Not because it's a bad thing, because like Steve Harvey stated in one of his affirmation videos, it was him stating that, sorry, I'm just looking down, reading. My angels was like, look, you're focused, you're good. They were saying that a lot of, and my mind just kind of went blank, I apologize. So they were just stating that everything that was going on with their success and with their lives was due to them overcoming the bad, and staying in a good mindset to, I wanted to say overachieve, but you can't overachieve. Back to the point, yes, thank you, Spirit. I was talking about connections. So with those connections you have with people, Steve Harvey was stating that you can't have people around you who, or maybe it was T.D. Jakes. Either or, I know I watched both of them, and they were very inspirational, and it gave me a little boost. So I liked that. So I was like, yeah, I'm already in this mindset. You just made that mindset like boom, you know what I'm saying? So it was one of those things where they were like, you have to have these connections with other people who don't have connections that you have, because that not only does that drive you deeper. And it was T.D. Jakes. Thank you, Holy Ghost. Thank you, Spirit. Because he said, he wanted to build a foundation for just not, a legacy, not just for his kids to be in his shadow, but for his children to have something left that was going to make them them, and not, them him, if that makes sense. He was like, oh, you're your daddy's son, or you're your daddy's daughter, No, he wanted something bigger and better for his children. So, the real thing to success is your mindset. It's not letting other people overshadow who you are. If you, ever feel like you're uncomfortable, don't speak. But if you feel like you're uncomfortable and you need to say something, say something. Don't let someone else's opinion make you feel some type of way. And so with that, I have some things written down that I'm going to get into. It's very brief. Spirit is telling me that there's more, but it's not too much more that I need to get into. But I have just channel messages from my angels and my guides and God for Sunday the 15th, which is today, 11:02 as I looked up, and to Sunday the 22nd. So this is just for the week. When I do my spiritual things, Sunday is always just a day of like harmony for me. So I take that and I do stay with my religion. I pray. I do all the things that I need to do, or what I'm comfortable with doing, or what I feel like God asked me to do. But mostly I take the time and, excuse me, y'all, spiritual belch. I take the time and write down the spiritual messages that are going to play throughout the week. So, and this is a collective message I want to say. So I am going to get into this, but 1 second. So with my spiritual journey, I got into angel numbers. I did a lot of things, and I got focused on things that weren't really for me. And, I was dwelling on certain things or wanting to know certain things, and I just became like obsessed, And when I took that step back, because God kind of pushed me back, put me in a place of solitude and serenity, and I realized, like, wow, okay, I can maintain all of this now because all I did was take my time. Excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. So, getting into these channel messages that my angels gave me. So a lot of you guys, and this is for my spiritual and my godly folk, and just regular people generally. One thing that you're going to be getting messages through is your dream state. Now, I like to say I've done all my research, but for anybody who is confused or needs assistance, doing your research and listening to your angels and listening to God is so important, because with your dreams, they're going to show you certain things, and they're going to be very important. So your dreams are important. So for the year of 2023, me personally, I've been getting a lot of dreams of pregnancy, of children, of higher education, and personally certain family members. Now, that may or may not resonate for some of you, but when you are a spiritual person, spirituality is how you connect with God. Spirituality, and that's a general thing for me, but I think it's a general thing for everybody. So like I said, collective, take what resonates, leave what does not. One thing that I've noticed in my dream state, and I want to say that for spirituality, dreaming, astral projection, and meditation are ways that you can enter the spiritual realm, ways that you can speak with God, take your time and explore, what the the unseen around you, which is, spiritual. So the one thing that I've noticed in my dream state is a lot of things about school, and I just wrote this down. For me, that information was telling me collectively that the angels are informing certain people Mm-hmm. Are being put in situations. And if you are spiritual, I also consider myself to be an earth angel. Um, so with that, people are just being put in situations to, sit back and learn. Lessons lived and lessons learned, especially for the collective who have, jumped through these bad times into their higher timelines, into their higher selves. Personally, for me, I feel like your higher self, and I know your higher self comes from God. Um, because when you are your higher self, that means that you are more in tune with the spiritual realm. You are more in tune with the negatives and the positives around you, and you are collectively coming into a place of serenity and calmness. And that's really beautiful. So with that, one affirmation that people need to be using is I attract, I do not chase. So with 2022 being a really just something just endearing, God is saying just leave that behind. It's not worth the fuss to go back and ponder on things, okay? So with me personally, not chasing and only attracting positive, flowing, beautiful, enlightening, angelic energy around me. Um, some of these things, and this kind of goes back to your chakra systems. Okay, so you have seven main chakras, and it is your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus chakra, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye, and your crown chakra. Okay, with those, okay, thank you, Spirit. They just said the color purple. So that can be a reference to a movie. Um, Sorry, I just have to write this down because I was thinking of that word earlier, the word reference, and I had lost it. So thank you, Spirit, for keeping me focused. Um, so I am getting that a lot of you are people of the arts. You like to take your time. You like to be immersed in creative things, and that's really what life is about. When you go on a spiritual journey, you're finding yourself and you're finding your true talents, from being young and being able to do all those fun things until coming into adulthood and realizing you have responsibilities. So it's tapping into your inner child. 10% left on my battery. It was 18:02 when I looked up at the timer. So with some channel messages, I'm going to get right into it. Big Sean, one man can change the world. Angel number 544 is very important. Spirit spoke to me and informed me that for the angel number 544, 5 is for passion and your desires with that consistency, right? So with that consistency, 4 is for protection, safety, and beliefs. Typically, the number 444 is, and that's kind of like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, because you have that number 3 times, right? 3 times. And 4 is the number of protection. So your angels and God is sending down angels to protect you and guard you. And with that, I'm kind of seeing that you are now in a place to protect and guard yourself. But he has those, those reinforcements there for you if you feel uncomfortable. So they're always going to be speaking to you. They're always going to be, and you have that discernment as a collective to take your time and discern what is and what isn't. And it's just really how you feel, right? So with there being 2 4s, God is blessing you for your courage, your faith, and your understanding and what you've prayed and wished for. So I'm hearing that 2023 is the year of blessings. It's the year of like the golden child, the black sheep, which is, I feel like those are the same thing. And I want to say they're the same thing because the black sheep of the family is someone who has kind of keeps to herself, has their own abilities, and loves to learn, and people don't really resonate with it. So when they grow older, they become the golden child, because that child is more likely to take on certain responsibilities and stay and do things for the family, because they're more valuable than the other children because they were favored, right? That, take that as it resonates. It could go either or with that. So you cannot stop God. God is God. God does not instill fear. God does not give you something that you cannot handle. God is with you at all times. 20, 35, as I looked up on the timer, 8, 9, 10. 10 is a number of completion. It is about your soul being one with yourself and new beginnings. So not only are you guys on this journey of love, light, and positivity, God is blessing you with new things, okay? Everything that you wish for, everything that you prayed for, it's here and it's in motion. So you do not have to be concerned about the likes of anything, okay? 2 is for balance. And God informed me that balance has been restored. That balance is restored. I wrote down that balance is restored. So for some people, may have kind of fell off and did some things. Now that balance for them is being restored. And for others, your balance is restored. So, and God just wants to let you know that you stayed on course. You defeated all your demons. You now transcended into the light. And I'm actually getting a visual through my third eye right now of a very bright, ominous white light surrounding somebody. So, excuse me. So you have a white aura. A white aura is the purest aura, and it's actually very rare. A lot of people, if you are a seer, if you are a seer, and if you are someone of the spiritual realm, you would be able to notice that that aura around that person. Typically, a lot of it kind of goes back to the saying where children are pure because they're gifts from God, right? So that just kind of stays on course with that. And with white being a pure aura and a very rare aura to have, yes, I'm seeing white or gold. So some of you have gold, some of you have white, or maybe you have like a mixture of both. Like I'm seeing, and I'm actually getting this right now. So I'm seeing like a beautiful, and it's kind of shimmering around someone. I did not expect to get a channel message during this. So what I'm seeing is it kind of mixes in together. So it's kind of like gold now on the inside. There's like 3 layers, and then there's a big white on encasing it, just like this. And then like here's the person, and it's like this, this, and this. And then you have like a white and gold, and it's just like shimmering, glittery, bright and shiny aura. So yes, somebody that you're going to be coming into contact with very soon is a exact you guys share the same chakra system is what I'm hearing. So with you guys sharing the same chakra system, you're both radiating at the same Thank you, Spirit. Last but not least. So God has been informing me about love. So some of you may have had love or recently been in a breakup or going through a breakup, or you took the time off to find yourself and not worry about love. God is saying, okay, you've done all the work, you've done everything you need to. Now I'm going to be bringing this person into your life, and you need to show them as much love and as much discern. But I want to give you your person now. I want you to know that yes, 22 was the test. 2022, excuse me, was the test for most. So stating 2022 personally for me was a very trying year, but I made it through. Another channel message from music I got from my spirits was Never Would Have Made It by Marvin. What was his name? by Marvin Sapp. I was going to say Marvin Gaye, but that's giving other energy. So a lot of generational curses have been broken. And with those generational curse, I just seen 25-7, that's 7-7. And I also have here 7 being passions and God directly communicating with you and stability. So watch your surroundings. See, I'm on point already. So, now I should have put on some chapstick. So with that as well, I watched The Prince of Egypt. That was a movie that God led me to watch. And some important things from that is breaking generational curses are done. It ended with you. And when it ended with you, you are now able to pour out that love, light, and prosperity before you move on to the next chapter in your life physically. Because all of the 5-dimensional things, from the spiritual realm are now coming into the physical realm, which is the 3rd dimension, which is the dimension that we live in, right? And I got the 10 Commandments, and I got passing the baton with pure intentions and love. So now that you've broke those generational curses, now that you are in a place of prosperity, love, and light, you are now able, through the grace of God, able to pass down your knowledge to that next generation so they can skip the pain and suffering that you may have endured or the people around you have endured growing up. Because like I stated previously in the video, you can't take everybody with you. And that being a hard thing for most people, you can only, show them love. You can only show them what they need by being a good person, by being someone who's, caring and charismatic. So another song that I got was, and I sung this song in high school, and I was like, wow. So I had to find it because I had a sheet paper for it, and I tossed out some old things a couple weeks ago. So don't judge me, but it goes like this. Manavu ahe harim rajile amivase. How beautiful are the trees upon the mountain. And the song is just, I think, yes, it is a Hebrew song, and it's how beautiful, right? So through all the trial and tribulations that most people faced or some people face, you as a collective have been able to overcome those and put your trust in God and love and spread that positivity, right? So onto the spiritual side, which is still God related because they're the same to me. You have spirituality and then you have, your faith. Because I don't want to call it a religion. I have my faith. I do my own thing. So some numbers that are going to be really important that my angels gave me for you guys. You're going to be seeing a lot of zeros. You're going to be seeing a lot of 8s, 5s. You're going to be seeing the number 6. I left that blank currently. I do have a numerology book that I'm going to read through and clarify some things with. I know 6 is a number of reflection, but this 6 isn't bad. This 6 is just showing other things for, future references, right? So you have the number 7, you have the number 9. So 0 is for new beginnings, right? 0 is basically the beginning of all things. There was something and then there was nothing. So you have those new beginnings, and God is going to be, coming to you with the number 0 a lot. Whether you see it 3 times, whether you see it 1 or 2 times, seeing that number, especially beside like the number 8, the number 5, and the number 7, and the number 9 are very significant and very important. So 9 is for divinity and the ability to see and understand what others have missed. So like I said, you are a seer, and I only speak to people with high vibrations through the grace of God, and God sends me people who are trying to learn, live, and be at a better place in their life. So, I'm able to understand. It's really going back to, be a listening ear to a crying soul. Ooh. I can hear your heart crying out for me. Okay, channel messages. Ooh. So with the number 8, my angels just told me that number is regarding abundance. So typically you can take that number, like 4 plus 4, like the number 44, add that together, that'll equal 8. It doesn't necessarily always mean that, but it, it's check your surroundings, see what's going around you, think about your thoughts, and apply what needs to be applied, if that makes sense to you guys. Some signs and synchronicities you're going to be okay, I thought I heard ringing in my right ear. This is my left ear. Okay. So ringing in your ears is going to be significant. That's the way that your angels are going to be contacting you, your spirit guides, your ancestors as well. Let me just... Sorry, you guys. But, some signs and synchronicities your angels are going to be giving you so you can understand a lot more spiritually what's going on around you as well, is you're going to be seeing cows. As you can see, I'm wearing it's not cow printed, but it is, a typical color of cow, black and white. So cows are spiritual riches found in Jehovah. So Jehovah Jireh is, that's his name, but it's God. And it's really what you have found in, God, what you have endured, and now he's blessing you. And that kind of goes back to rainbows. So for rainbows, and I wrote it down, and now I can't find it. Here it is. It's the second one. Okay, see, 2 is a very significant number as well, and that's for balance. And I stated that over here, 2 is for balance. That balance is restored. Amen. So rainbows are just stating that what you prayed and wished for are now coming into fruition. And they are in fruition. So it's, things take time to manifest, but you're on the right track because you stayed focused. Excuse me, spiritual belch. Okay. So rainbows are kept promises from the 5th dimension to the 3rd dimension. Like I stated, the 5D is astral projecting, dreaming, and meditating. And that all can, has to do with your 3rd eye chakra, and your crown chakra as well. So that'll be your 6th and 7th chakra. So that also, those numbers are important. So 7 is for passion, God directly communicating, and stability. 9 is for divinity, ability to see, understand what others have missed, right? So, I don't know why I keep clicking this pen. So, sunflowers is God's provision. It just reminds you that you have good character, and due to your good character, due to you having your faith, due to you being, a child of God forever and always, because everybody is a child of God. But some, it's kind of like a shepherd. Some sheep are going to go astray, and if they get lost and get hurt, you can only do what you need to, which is do your job, right? So do not be forceful, but show compassion. And under that that's where I put ringing in the ears, because I didn't make enough space. But that's okay. Spirit, aka angels, and the Holy Ghost has informed me that the chakras that like orange is your chakra, orange is for your sacral chakra, so that is for creativity, going with the flow of things. Passion has to do with your sex drive, all those beautiful things, right? Things that make you you. Dun, 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 to the rescue. So you don't have to take it from me, because like I said, everyone needs to do their own research. I've done mine. So this is, my interpretation of it. But the color is orange. The water. The water. Thank you, Spirit. The element is water. So that also has to do, if we go to astrology in a spiritual essence, um, has to do with the zodiac signs Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, right? So I'm getting the months July, August, okay, October, November, February, March. Those are months of conception for most people. So yeah, like I stated previously, there's a lot of pregnancy. So since you have been putting more into yourself, God is going to be giving you what you truly desired and wanted out of life. And he's going to make sure that you have everything you need, the foundation, the home, the car, the necessities, the finances. God has already he has that. This is everything that you want right here, okay? And here's God. Like, hey, I have it. You got it. Just wait till I bring that person in to usher in those new beginnings for you both. And that's very soon what I'm getting. Because I've been getting like a lot of love stuff. And I'm like, oh, I'm not really concerned about love. And I keep seeing it. Like I keep seeing love. Or if I click on a reading, it's like, love this, love that. And I'm like, love? Okay. So with the chakras, like I said, I'm wearing orange. Orange is for your sacral chakra. And a life lesson is to use emotions to connect with others without losing our identity, and to freely express creativity and healthy emotional values, as well as sexually, and with your sexuality as well. So some mental and emotional blocks that can get to you can be guilt and blame, money, sex, power, control, creativity, ethics, and honor in your relationships. And that can go a million different ways, but we're just going to keep it simple. Thank you. Some essential oils you can use can be sandalwood, lemon, and rosewood. There's 2 others, but those are not really concerning me right now, okay? So other names for it is your sacral chakra, your pelvic chakra, or your navel chakra. And it's located an inch below your belly button. So my belly button's right here, okay? It's right here. And you can tap on it twice during a meditative session, after you breathe in and breathe out. Take 3 deep breaths in slowly and 3 deep breaths out slowly, or however, and then so take your time and collect yourself. And with that, just tap on it and ask, hey, what do you need? And this is during a closed eye meditation. You can use sacral chakra music or any type of meditation music, or you can do a closed eye meditation with no music. So it's really up to what you want to do. And the glands associated is ovaries and testicles. So the affirmation is I feel. So I want to say like a general affirmation is I feel amazing today. That's something that, well, I do. I feel amazing. That's something that people typically use. But the initial starting of that affirmation is I feel. And then whatever you feel like you need to do after is what you can. So, see, research. It's located 2 inches below the navel. So, trusting your instincts. So I was going to say 1 to 2 inches. So it's 2 inches below your navel. Kind of in your pelvic, above your pelvic bone, but between your belly button and, where your hips are right here. So that is that. Your aura, Spirit has informed me that most people's auras are based off the most unbalanced chakra that they have. So if you see someone with an orange aura or a blue aura, it's based off the chakra that they need to work on the most. And I just got like a Raven moment. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had like a vision. Woo, Jesus. So, songs that I channeled regarding Alba. Ooh, we're 40 minutes in. Look at us. Is Someone Watching Over You by Yolanda Adams. In the Sanctuary by Kurt Carr and the Kurt Carr singers. I think it's We Raise Our Hands in the Sanctuary. We raise our hands to give you the glory. Love that song. Now, y'all catch me. Ooh, I will stump out the devil on some old southern, the churches where you had to have the fans and it was real small, and if you got up, the bathroom was like right next to the pew. Those were the days growing up. So some other music that I got was Marvin Sapp, Never Would Have Made It, Angel by Shaggy featuring Rayvon, and Creepin' by The Weeknd, Metro Boomin, and 21 Savage. So that kind of goes off to other things as well, but that is the collective message. So one thing I do want to say is that overall, the year 2023 is about love, light, and prosperity. And it has to do with new beginnings. So, like I stated, a lot of you are going to be finding that one person who is going to love you forever, who's going to be kind to you, gentle to you, and who's going to work with you on every level. Because God is seeing what you have been through. God knows that you've put in the work. God is willing, and He's able. He's able. Oh. He's able. Don't give up on God. Okay? Because He won't give up on you. I don't even care if my phone died at this point. Because look, I'm giving praise. So the channel, the overall energy for this reading is stay connected to God. God is giving you everything that you need. There's no more evil left to fight in this world because all your worries are given up to God. So now you're on this path of enlightenment, and on this path, God is bringing other people to you. And with those people He brings to you, they're going to be creating a pathway for you for your next chapter in your life. And a lot of you guys, the next chapter in your life is love, marriage, family, stability, and that goes through finances, your love life, your financial life, everything. So there's nothing to really be concerned or worried about. Just you guys need to stay hydrated and open-minded is what I'm hearing. So you guys stay blessed and heavenly, and shalom. May the Lord bless you. I welcome you all in the mighty name of Jesus. Y'all have a beautiful night, have a beautiful morning, have a beautiful afternoon, just have a beautiful day. And I pray that the week of the 15th through the 22nd is very beautiful for all of you. Thank you.